first off, a lot of credit to some guys that stepped up. Brandon Garrison played really well, not just knocking down two threes. It came at a time where we really needed to kind of stretch the lead there at the end, or middle second half. But
Mhm.
pretty well all around game for him. In a game where Moreno kind of struggled a little bit in some particular areas. But really, I guess the feeling that I have walking out of that is the 5 point win. I mean, LSU is the worst team in the conference. I would have really liked to have kind of had us set the tone. This is the first time we've played in the opening round, first morning game to kick off the tournament. This is a team that doesn't feel like they deserve to be in that game, doesn't feel like they deserve to be playing on Wednesday.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, we've set ourselves up for that. And I think this was an opportunity to kind of set the tone. And LSU is just really not a great team. They did play well. Max McKinnon is an animal, and he played extremely well today. Overall, LSU as a whole played pretty soundly and gave us a run for our money. But I'm more concerned with our end of the story here. When you got the worst team in the league as your opening round matchup, and you get by the skin of your teeth. It doesn't leave a great taste in our mouths as fans moving into a game against Missouri, who's, already played us tough once, and who's waiting around the corner if we get to Friday. So, really, I think this was an opportunity. I'm thinking mindset for longevity through
Right.
March. We needed to make a statement today and go into the game tomorrow against Missouri with some confidence. And then even if we don't get by Florida, which odds say we won't, then at least you're going into March Madness thinking, all right, well, we gave, what's going to end up being a number one seed a run for their money. We won 2 games. Let's get prepared for this tournament. And after today, I just feel like we're kind of walking in there with a little bit of a limp. We got a little bit more questions than we have answers. And, obviously at this point in the season, that's not the way you want to be feeling coming out of an opening round game, albeit a win.
Right. Well, all valid, obviously. And I hate to say this to you, but I was really good with my wagering today
That's
because
okay.
I
That's okay.
didn't bet on the game. I was going to
Smart
take
man.
the cat. I was going to take the Cats, and at the last second, I went. I don't know. I just as all season we've gone through this with them, but there were some positive things. Not only BG, as he's called,
Hmm.
stepped up big time today when we needed it. We got a little boost. I'm not talking statistically, although he did hit a three from Cam Williams coming in the game. We didn't expect him to play much at all, and he played 12 minutes in the first half.
Hmm.
And I know that had to give us a lift, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. I felt really good that we got him back. He looked great. He's moving well, looked comfortable with the ball. Obviously, only got that one shot, but looked confident when he took it. I think obviously, timing is essential here. We're already two down now. So having him back, I think, is going to be a huge asset, especially with the question marks we have with rotations. I mean, when we've got problems, if Garrison's in foul trouble, not to use him as an example on a day where he shined, but you have him come off the bench and pick up 2 quick fouls in the first half, and we have to go 3 guards. It certainly helps to be able to bring Cam in and give us a little bit more depth aside from what he can do, especially from the perimeter. But I'm really grateful that he's been able to rehab and get back, and that I think gives a lot of credit to UK's training staff to have him ready to go today.
Yeah. And the thing is, though, that tonight is going to be crucial. He came back, he played. I think he played more than we thought he would. And you as a player know this. How does he feel tonight and tomorrow morning after
Yeah, they'll
playing?
Yeah, I mean, that obviously, like I just said, they've done a great job. They'll have him back in, getting treatment afterwards, and
Mhm.
they do a good job, especially on the road during tournaments, of coming to your room. So he'll be laid up in the bed and getting his ice treatment, getting his game readies, and compressions and all the things that they need to make sure that he feels good. And honestly, it's more than just the injury as well. Like when you take a couple weeks off and you come back, you got to get back into it. Your joints are sore. maybe a little bit out of shape. So they'll make sure that they're taking care of those needs and making sure he's, hydrated and has the energy from the foods that he needs to be eating and those kinds of things. And at this level, at Power Five in general, they do a great job of it. But Kentucky's always prioritized that. They'll make sure he's taken care of and he gets the rest he needs tonight.
Right.
What do you think, Todd? Because I know you mentioned that, from a fan's perspective, you wanted to go into this game, get a big win, dominate a team that is, like you said, the worst in the SEC. But is that different than the mindset that the team and the players have? Where is it just survive and advance? Or do you think this kind of didn't ding their confidence, but didn't boost it at all, just knowing that they, scrape guy, get a 5-point win?
Yeah, I think truly, you said it right. I think truly that's more of a fan's perspective. I think in the locker room, survive and advance is all they're preaching. And, any coach worth his weight is coming in there and saying, this team is, these guys are Division I level basketball players. You leave them open in the corner, they're going to knock down a three. You put them on the foul line, they're going to make their shots. You don't box out, they're going to get a rebound. And I think that when you kind of down, like Pope's not in that locker room saying this is the worst team in the SEC, we need to spank them.
Yeah.
I think as fans, we are a little bit spoiled in that regard. But the reality of it is, this is a Power Five conference tournament time game, and LSU didn't come this far to come this far either. They want their season to continue, and unfortunately for them, it came to an end today. But those guys didn't want to, go to Cabo tomorrow, as they say, which actually might be a reality now in college rather than just in professional, since they have the money to do so. But yeah, it's not as black and white as we might look at it as a fan. They're certainly in a survive and advance mentality, and that's how they're looking at it. They're gonna take into account the way that we played them earlier in the year. Obviously LSU, that we know how that game ended earlier, and we know how the Missouri game went too. So they're gonna pour over that film. They're gonna try to point out weaknesses on film with the team tonight, and they'll go through walkthroughs and try to point and harp on where we think we can take advantage of mismatches and how we think they're going to play us defensively and what offensive sets we need to have in the repertoire tomorrow. But in general, you're spot on. It's survive and advance, and a win is a win, and that's how they're going to look at it. But I do think that there'd be a little bit more joy in the locker room if you didn't have to walk in there and kind of, wipe your brow and be like, thank God we got through that. It's definitely a better mindset when you're rolling. And that's even in the flow of a game as well. Even when you come in at halftime, if you're on a 15-3 run going into the half, you're a little bit more upbeat and ready to go in the second half, rather than kind of getting in there and being like, oh man, what are we going to do to dig out of this hole, or how are we going to be able to overcome this battle? And I think that goes a long way. So it's a little bit of both, but in general, yeah, survive and advance. We'll take it.
The way the game started, and of course, this whole year, we've either been really good at the beginning or really bad at the beginning. And Yelovich
No in
comes
between.
out, huh?
No in between.
No in between. And Yelovich comes out in this game, and he has 7 points before the first media timeout. And you're going, if he's going to play like this today, I think we'll be okay. And then as the half went on, personally, I felt really lucky to be ahead at halftime. Even though it wasn't by a big margin, I was glad that we were at least ahead at halftime. And as you said, you got to give LSU credit. There were times in the second half, especially a little bit later, where they could have said, okay, this is it. And they kept fighting to the point where we only beat them by 5. You got to give them credit.
Yeah, they get a ton of credit, and I mentioned him already, but Max McKinnon is a ball player. He picked us apart. I got a little worried late in the first half when it was so close, because he was playing pick and rolls so well offensively that I was concerned he was going to be able to single-handedly put us in foul trouble. He was able to get the guard on his hip coming off of a ball screen and force Brandon or Malachi to make a decision whether to come over and help. And he had that lob there if they came. And he played pretty much just pristine of a guard position coming off of a ball screen as you can ask somebody to play. Extremely effective. Yeah. And I thought, if you're able to maintain that kind of poise, then he could pretty easily take over the game. And I think he ended up with almost 30, but thankfully we had enough to get get enough of a stretch there. I mean, Brandon's 2 threes really kind of gave us a little bit of a buffer. But quite honestly, I'm most concerned about the way we closed out the game, just with
Mhm.
silly fouls at the end. I mean, that's just we're in March. You can't
Yeah.
you can't do that. You can't make those kinds of mistakes. You can't have those kinds of mental lapses. It's frustrating. And I'll admit, like the Aberdeen tongue wagging thing, like I think that's obscene that we're calling some of this stuff. I think it's adds insult to injury that Malachi got dunked on and then they pat him on the back and say, you know what, we'll give you 2 free throws on the other end because you got hit in the face. I think some of those things are a little soft and doesn't really have a place in college basketball to an extent. But all in all, we got a little bit loosey goosey there at the end and committed some
Mhm.
silly fouls. And you just can't do that. You're not going to win games. And if you have that happen, against a team that's more capable, you might end up on the wrong side of that.
Right.
Question for you, Todd, about Colin Chandler. He is 2 for 14, I believe, in his last 3 games from 3. Is there anything he can do? Should he change up his pregame routine? I don't know what someone like him can do. This is coming off of the stretch where he was on fire. Is this just, you got to see one go? He saw literally one go in today. But is it like, is there something he should change, or is it just keep doing your thing? Eventually, just by the law of averages, they'll start falling eventually. But this is just crazy for 3 games in a row, this time of the year, too.
And
Yeah, I
Todd
think
should know because Todd's a shooter.
He was a bit of a shooter in his day.
Yes, he was.
I think all he needs is maybe a late shot clock, a couple feet back behind the 3-point line, and a hand in his face is maybe all that. Maybe that's the recipe for his success. But all jokes aside, I think, like you said, the law of averages, he's a good shooter. He's proven it time and time again. Everybody goes through these slumps. You hope that it doesn't string along for 3 games in a row, especially at this point in the season. But I think that just means he's due for a big one. The one thing I'll say about him is he's not scared. He's never timid. He's not missing shots because he's catching it and thinking about the last 3 that didn't go in. Sometimes this just happens. It happens to the best of the best, except maybe Steph. But he just needs to keep finding a shot within the offense. Where you get into trouble is when you've missed, a few in a row and you think, all right, well, I've got to make one. I got to see it go in, and you try to create something that's not there and don't let it come to you within the flow of the offense. So I think as far as 3-point strategy goes, stick within what's flowing and they'll start to fall. But if you're frustrated as an individual on the floor, there's always the opportunity to put the ball on the ground and go to the basket. And, maybe you get fouled and go to the free throw line, and usually that can shake you out of it. But this isn't something that happens often. I don't think it'll continue. I would imagine he'll have a pretty big showing either tomorrow or Friday should we get there.
All right. Thank you. It's always great to talk to you, but especially at this time of year.
I
And
appreciate you having me. I want to leave you with one other thing, by the way. The cover of Kentucky today wasn't my worst bet of the week. I had Bam Adebayo to have a double-double last night, and he had 83 points and 9 rebounds. So that's insult to injury. But congrats to him, former Cat doing big things in the league.
Oh, my Lord.
Should have
Well,
just
now
taken
a double thank you for joining us instead of
Absolutely.
hiding somewhere. Yeah.
I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Thank you all for having me, and look forward to tomorrow.
Okay.
Hopefully we get to do this again a couple days in a row.
Yes, we will. I'll call you. Thanks, Todd.
Thanks, fellas. Have a good one.
Okay. See you. Oh, 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 Jimmy.
That's an all-time bad beat.
Oh, my Lord.
They should void that bet. They should give him back his money.
Well, they should take 1 point away and put 1 rebound on. I mean,
that sounds exactly like the type of bet I would make. And it's bet on a guy to score 100 yards. He gets 99 and 4 or 5 touchdowns. It's like, cool. All right.
I am dumbfounded by what he just said. I mean, holy cow. All right. This is Wildcat Drive. You can text us or call us. Let us know what you think about the game today and how you're feeling about tomorrow as we get ready to take on Missouri. Same time, 12:30. We all know what happens the last time we played Missouri, but that was a long time ago. It seems like 6 months ago that we played them. Uh, 859-381-1313 is how you get us. And we'll be back. Oh, by the way, Jimmy, Tristan Farris will join us at 5:30 from KY Insider, and we'll get his take on this just concluded game. It's the whole thing is so weird. It's so weird that we had a game at 12:30 and now we're talking about it, but we have another game tomorrow. I guess
At
that's
12:30.
yeah, I guess that's tournament. And that means UK Game Day pregame edition, as we did today, will be from 11 until 12:30. And then I'm guessing Jimmy and I'll be back for Wildcat Drive tomorrow, same time, 4:30 until 6. As I said, text us, call us, 859-381-1313 is how you get us. Anything else you want to add before we take our break?
Oh, excuse me. It's getting choked up thinking about Brandon Garrison shooting threes. I wonder. It's great that he hit those 2 threes, but I don't know if that's a good thing moving forward. That false sense of confidence. I don't know. He was 2 for 14 on the season going into today. Again, 2 incredible threes, but will BG be aware that like the teams leave him open for a reason? He was 2 for 14. He's a center. He's not a 3-point shooting center. So I wonder, is this going to carry over? Like, are we going to see 3 early shots jacked up by him in the Missouri game in the first half? I hope not. But again, hey, maybe he makes them. Chandler's not, and he is. What world are we living in?
Well, this is Kentucky basketball world this season. That's where we're living. After the game, he was interviewed with Coach Pope on the set of the SEC Network's coverage. And they asked him about it. And he said, I'm a good shooter. I know it wasn't seen this year, but I'm a good shooter. And Coach Pope said to him, "What are you talking about? You were 2 for 3 today. That's 66%."
Yeah.
And that's what you're talking about. But I will say this. He said the reason he even took those shots was because they were sagging off him, which a lot of teams have done.
Yeah.
So it's not like I know he only made 2 of them this year, but you almost have to take that first one. And if you make
sure.
the first one, you take the second one. Luckily, that went in too. So,
and if he does, like, let's say in the Missouri game, the same thing happens. If he misses the first one, maybe he'll go, all right, the heat checks off because it's been since December 5th since he's made one in a game. So,
and he was due.
Yeah, you could say he was due, but that's just something in the back of my mind. As great as it was, I don't want to. That's why I almost hesitate.
It was huge
because it was huge. And it's great that he made him, especially the second one, just that heat check he was on, that boosted the team. But I just, in the back of my head, I was wondering, like, again, don't want to be negative towards BG because they were great, but it's like, God, I don't want this to be like, yeah, ball up, I'm right here. I'm still hot from yesterday. So,
oh boy. I could see him.
Yeah.
I could see him going into the huddle and saying to Coach Pope, why are they running anything for me? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we need him on the boards. We need him to block shots, which he did today as well.
Yeah.
We're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to let you hear from Coach Pope, who spoke right after the game. Many of you, I know, have not heard that. And as I said, at 5:30, Tristan Farris of KY Insider will join us for his take on what happened today. Always great. This is Wildcat Drive on ESPN 92.5 and 1300 AM.
Brought to you by Hickson Funson, Kentucky Lawyers.
Serious collision on Versailles Road at Manowar Boulevard. All inbound lanes at Versailles Road there shut down. Traffic is being moved to the outer loop of Manowar.
Brought to you by Hickson Funson. HonestFearless.com. 859-777-7000.
Home or business, if you need plumbing or septic tank service, call Burke's Plumbing and Septic, your local family-owned plumbing and septic tank experts. Water heaters, toilets, faucets, septic tanks, and more. We install and fix them all. Call Burke's Plumbing and Septic at 859-432-6209. That's 859-432-6209.
Hey guys, Cody Burke here, owner of Burke's Plumbing and Septic. If you're in need of a plumber or a septic installer, give us a call.
Ready to level up your career? Midway University offers full online, flexible graduate programs designed for working professionals like you. Earn your MBA, Master's in Healthcare Administration, or Master's in Information Systems on your schedule at an affordable price. With supportive faculty and real-world skills you can use right away, Midway makes it possible to reach your goals without putting life on hold. Visit midway.edu and take the next step today. Midway University. Your future, your way.
Houchins Insurance Group is proud to partner with Auto Owners Insurance, a company that provides opportunity for independent agents to make insurance simple for their clients, offering risk management services that range from a renter's policy for your college student to home and auto coverage for your entire family. Houchins Insurance Group assures you that nobody works harder to keep you protected from life's uncertainties.
Reach out to AJ Boss or Zach Bennett at 859-263-2771 to see if Auto Owners Insurance makes sense for you.
Football season is over, but there's still plenty to bet at Circa Sports Kentucky. From college basketball to hockey and everything in between, Circa Sports has it all. Circa Sports isn't just sports betting, it's sports betting the way it should be. High betting limits, player-friendly pricing, and enhanced in-game options so you can bet from tip-off to the final buzzer. Whether you're looking for futures on March hoops, props on your favorite players, and more, Circa Sports has you covered. Download the Circa Sports Kentucky app or visit circasports.com today.
My name is Kama McKinney, and I serve as the Executive Director of Chrysalis House. Far too many Kentuckians are struggling with addiction without knowing what resources are available to them. If you or a loved one are in need of a treatment center like Chrysalis House, you can call the KY Help call center at 833-8KY-HELP or visit findhelpnowky.org to find resources that are available near you. We are here, we care, and we want to help.
This is a message from Teen Kentucky, sponsored by the Office of Drug Control Policy and aired by this station.
The long goodbye begins. A very special evening with Journey. Final Frontier Tour. March 22nd, Rupp Arena. Journey. Tickets are on sale now at journeymusic.com. Your chance to say goodbye to the songs that changed our lives. Journey. Final Frontier Tour.
Tonight's set list: leak repair, roof tune-up, and don't fear the drizzle.
Encore, a free estimate.
Rock your roof with the local legends. Primetime Roofing and Contracting. 859-595-2940.
Hi, this is Alan Cutler. Ready to feel the surge? Because Cadillac just turned the dial all the way up. At Quantrill Cadillac, innovation meets raw performance. From head-turning electric models to bold, gas-powered luxury machines built to move fast. We've owned fast. We loved fast. Right now, get 2.9% APR for 60 months on many electric models and 3.4% APR for 36 months on many gas-powered models. That's premium power with serious momentum behind it. Hit the throttle today at QuantrellCadillac.com. See dealer for details.
W223CV Lexington. ESPN Sports Radio 1392.5. WLXG Lexington, an LM Communications broadcasting station.
Welcome back. It is, excuse me. I'm a little hoarse from yelling at the TV today.
You do look like a little horse. Oh, you sound a little, yeah.
Thank you.
That's sorry.
Wildcat Drive. Not funny, Jimmy. Wildcat Drive here on ESPN 92.5 and 1300 AM. Text us 859-381-1313, and we always appreciate your texts. Right now, we're going to let you listen to Coach Pope and Otega Owe and Denzel Aberdeen, who spoke briefly with the media after the game. And now, hopefully, they're back at the hotel, resting, having a meal. Put your feet up, guys, and get ready for Missouri tomorrow. So here you go. Coach Pope, Otega Owe, and Denzel Aberdeen.
I'm glad to be here. Me and my team. Just being at a SEC tournament, something amazing, something I experienced, something that's every kid wants to dream of. So we're open to take any questions. All right. Well,
That was good. It was short. It was not a
little
lot
bit
of
of
detail.
questions.
Yeah, as a man of very few words.
Yeah.
If you would go ahead and give your opening statement, and then the questions for the players.
Yep. What's that? Yeah. Proud of our guys. Listen, fun game. This LSU team is really athletic. They have been in every game they played in. I thought they played great tonight. I thought they came in with a great game plan. Proud of our guys for being ready to go and competing. I thought the guys started well. LSU was tough for us to guard. The guys did a nice job. Staff did a nice job making some just enough corrections and guys stepped up and made big plays for each other. I thought was great, man. He started out the game, grabbed a couple huge defensive rebounds to set the tone for us, and then was an unbelievable decision maker and just the force that he is offensively and defensively. And I thought BG was tremendous. He gave us a real boost after Malachi's 2 fouls in the first half and then kind of getting knocked out in the second half, and he didn't get knocked out. He did not get knocked out. He just got knocked down. And so proud of the guys.
Okay, I have 2 mic holders. If you would raise your hand, we will take questions for players first. Then we will dismiss them, and then Coach Pope will go from there. We'll go front row.
Hey guys, I wonder if you could talk about the contribution you got today from Mo. Seems like every team needs a Mo Diabate.
Yeah, every time Mo's out there, I feel like he really sets the tone for us. I feel like you kind of said it. Every team needs a bruiser, someone that's going to give it their all. And Mo's done that all year. He don't care about stats. He don't care about how the game is going. He going to just go out there and make his impact on the game. And I feel like that's just every team's dream player. So Mo helps us out in a bunch of ways.
Go to the front.
Yeah, huge performance by Brandon Garrison. I think BG doesn't lack confidence when it comes to firing away if he's open. What were your reactions when he hit those back-to-back threes?
If you would, identify the player that you would like to
Brandon
answer.
Garrison. Oh, sorry, Denzel and Oteg.
Yeah, he came in, he stepped up big time. He always comes to the game ready 110%, gives it all. So he'll always be physical, always not backing down any challenge. And I'm just proud of him today for coming up and stepping up. Yeah, I was a huge spark off the bench, especially when Malachi got those 2 quick fouls. And he just really made an impact defensively. I feel like that's where it started. And then obviously once you get a couple stops, some blocks and rebounds defensively, I feel like offensively the game starts getting a little easier. So he really just had a big impact on both ends of the ball.
Very back.
When did both of you realize that Cam was available to play, and how do you think he contributed in terms of adding to the rotation?
To be honest, I didn't even know he was going to play today, but I'm glad he did. He came in, stepped up big time. He guarded. He hit a big time three, and I'm just proud of him in his journey, just trying to get back to us as quick as possible. He's been in and out the training room a lot, just trying to get back to us. So I'm proud of him for today for coming in. Yeah, I think I knew he was playing yesterday, but obviously he comes in and trains every single day, trying to get back. And I feel like that really shows the type of player and person he is. I mean, anyone could just say, oh, they're going to call it out for the season, but I feel like he really worked really hard to get back and get into game shape. And yeah, he was really big for us today. I feel like defensively, and he made that big time three. So yeah.
Front row or second row.
This is for Otego or Denzel, slightly off topic, but former Kentucky legend Bam Adebayo scored 83 points in an NBA game last night. I wonder if either of you guys saw any of that and what your reaction was.
Yeah, I saw I didn't see the whole game. I saw the fourth quarter, actually. It was crazy. I mean, it's dope knowing that, another Kentucky guy, went out there and did that, made history again. But it was really cool just seeing, watching it live. I didn't get to see Kobe's 81-point game. So seeing that was kind of like the next big thing, I'd say.
Were you born when Kobe had his 81?
Any more questions for the players?
What year did Kobe do 81? Anybody?
I ain't that old. I don't think I was born. No.
06? So you weren't even born yet.
No, I was born. I was 06. Yeah. I was.
Last call for questions for players. Gentlemen, you're excused.
Go eat. Go get rest.
Also, please identify your name and affiliation before asking a question. Okay, front row.
Daryl Bird with Cat's Paws in Lexington. Mark, am I right? Every team needs a Mo Diabate, and what does he bring?
Yeah, Mo's such he's such a great teammate, and he leads in ways off the court also. He cares about his teammates deeply, and he thinks about his guys, and he's growing as a leader, and clearly his impact on the court is great. It was great. It's been great for us this entire season. He just brings us a physicality, and the guys know it. I have guys on the staff and on the team be like, hey, we got to get Mo back in the game. We need some physicality in the game. So he's a gift to us for sure.
Very back.
Wong, Nola Media. In regards to Cam again, I mean, just having him in that rotation just gives you a lot more flexibility. How did he end up today? I guess some of these things you don't know until tomorrow, but what will he add in your continued move forward?
Well, we're excited about, if he keeps responding well, him just getting into a flow of the game and us learning to have him on the court again. It's been a long time since we've had in the rotation. Going into the game, we talked about it a lot, and it just felt like he was at a place where we could throw him out there. He really hasn't made it through a live practice yet, a whole practice. But he has a unique ability to have a positive impact on the game, especially defensively with his length, and he's pretty assignment sound. He gave up middle one time today, but he was pretty good. And then, banged a three for us, which is super helpful. But also just getting some extra minutes from another space is really important for us, especially when we're going back to back to back to back to back. So, it's great to have him back. I'm very hopeful that he'll, his foot will respond well tomorrow, and we'll just see.
Second row.
Peyton Titus, Louisville Courier Journal. Brandon Garrison had those back-to-back threes today. I think he made 2 the whole season before that. I guess, but was that something you were expecting, or did this breakout shooting performance kind of surprise you?
No, he's been telling me all season. He's like, Coach, I'm not going to make any shots till the postseason. I'm just going to save them. So apparently he knows more than I do. It's interesting because BG, and if you know him personally, sometimes he can put on this little, maybe almost shy persona, but he has zero part of him that's shy on the court, and he was great. He was great tonight, man. He really had a terrific game. He was actually my favorite play of the game. I mean, he's 7 for 9 from the field, and my favorite play of the game was the dunk that he missed. He was so physical and determined to get to the rim, and then he went back and got his own miss off the dunk and got the fouls. And when BG's operating like that, when he's that physical and intentional, he's really special. So take the threes, lose the threes. He was a huge factor for us in this game.
Front row to your right.
Yeah, I was going to ask about Brandon's 3-point. Does he have the green light, or is it a oh no, oh boy situation?
No, he's always had the green light. In fact, when he took the first one, you could hear all of BBN being like, shoot it, shoot it. So it's like, we all know. It's awesome.
Here.
Andrea started out so aggressively, and it seems like in a lot of these games he'll come out with a bang and then kind of disappear. What do you see going on there with him?
Yeah, he was really good to start this game. It was really important for us, and he found some spot minutes were really good. Him and Mo are kind of working out a pretty good dynamic where, we need massive production from this 4 spot. We need it, and they both bring very different skill sets to the table. But it's nice to be able to maneuver between the two of them. AJ had to play some 5 today, which is stretching him out of his comfort zone. And he'd probably have to do that, for the next 4 days. But he's growing every game. He's becoming a little more confident, a little more comfortable, and he's going to continue to have a big impact for us.
Second row to your left.
Hey, Mark, John Hollinger from The Athletic. Same question I had for these guys. Were you able to see any of Bam's game, and what were your thoughts on him scoring 83 in an NBA game?
I haven't seen any of it, but in the last 24 hours, we outscored Bam by 4. So we're proud of that. I could only imagine the headlines if we had scored 83. So what an incredible performance. I don't know Bam personally, other than maybe a passing hello. But you talk about the guys that represent the world of sports in a brilliant way. Like, he's an incredible human being, and so I'm happy for him. And what a performance.
We have time for one more question. Front row to your right.
Tyler Thompson, KSR. Just early thoughts on Missouri. I know you guys probably didn't scout them this week, focusing on this game, but any thoughts?
A lot of different ways, and they made shots against us when we played them at home, and made some plays late that really hurt us. They're a good team, really well coached. Coach does a great job, and so it'll be a great challenge. Just like every game in this tournament is going to be a challenge. Thanks, guys.
Okay, thank you. LSU will be up shortly.
Again, that was Coach Pope, Denzel Aberdeen, and Otega Owe after the win earlier this afternoon against LSU. The Cats survive and advanced. Missouri, I almost said Mizzou and Missouri at the same time. Hey, get it together, buddy. That'll be tomorrow, 12:30. Same tip-off time for the Cats tomorrow versus Missouri. We will take a quick break and come back with more of the Wildcat Drive. ESPN Sports Radio 1300, 92.5 FM.
Smoky Mountain Truck and Jeep Outfitters. Upgrade your ride with professional window tinting that looks better and works harder. Choose premium carbon or ceramic films for serious UV protection, added privacy, and head-turning style. We use the best and only the best, like 3M and Matico. Installed by trained professionals every time. Only Smoky Mountain Truck and Jeep Outfitters backs every tint with a lifetime warranty. 1516 Colesbury Circle in Lexington, or online at SmokyMountainTruckOutfitters.com.
March is here, and Clark's Pump and Shop has the game-winning specials to keep you fueled all month long. Whether you're hitting the road to catch a game or hosting a watch party, we've got unbeatable monthly deals. Stop in and pick up assorted M&M or Twix share-size candy bars, 2 for $4, and Mike and Ike's or Hot Tamale stand-up bags, 2 for $7. This March, make every stop a winner at Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
Football season is over, but there's still plenty to bet at Circa Sports Kentucky. From college basketball to hockey and everything in between, Circa Sports has it all. Circa Sports isn't just sports betting, it's sports betting the way it should be. High betting limits, player-friendly pricing, and enhanced in-game options so you can bet from tip-off to the final buzzer. Whether you're looking for futures on March hoops, props on your favorite players, and more, Circa Sports has you covered. Download the Circa Sports Kentucky app or visit circasports.com today.
Houchins Insurance Group is proud to partner with Auto Owners Insurance, a company that provides opportunity for independent make insurance simple for their clients, offering risk management services that range from a renter's policy for your college student to home and auto coverage for your entire family. Houchins Insurance Group assures you that nobody works harder to keep you protected from life's uncertainties. Reach out to AJ Boss or Zach Bennett at 859-263-2771 to see if Auto Owners Insurance makes sense for you. Kick off March Madness Thursday and Friday, March 19th and 20th with ESPN Radio at the Embassy Suites by Hilton behind Lexington Green. Join Matthew Lawrence, Jimmy Phillips, Alan Cutler, and Brad Taylor as they dive into the tournament and give some insight into their brackets. Plan early to be at Embassy Suites Thursday and Friday, March 19th and 20th from 9 to noon for all the March Madness fun. Great food, drinks, and lots of prizes, including your shot at Journey tickets, overnight stays at the Embassy Suites, and $50 gift cards to their restaurant, Hoop and Barrel. It's March Madness at the Embassy Suites by Hilton at Lexington Green.
Ever heard a roof rock harder than Zeppelin?
Prime time roofing, baby. We nail it loud and proud.
Your roof deserves a headliner, not a garage band. Call Primetime Roofing, 859-595-2940.
Charged with a crime? Time is critical. Hi, I'm Abe Mashney, founder of Mashney Law Criminal Defense, Lexington's premier defense firm. We bring award-winning experience, courtroom grit, and trial-tested results to every case. Our tailored strategies are designed to protect what matters most, your future. Call 859-484-8775 or visit kycriminaldefense.com for your free case evaluation. Mashney Law, protecting your rights and defending your future.
The biggest, the best, period. Kentucky's largest tire and wheel shop is Smoky Mountain Truck and Jeep Outfitters in Lexington. They have the latest high-tech balancing equipment to get it right the first time, even for your custom ride. And over 200 brands in stock, you won't be waiting or settling. Top tires like BF Goodrich, Mickey Thompson, Toyo, and more. Wheels from Black Rhino, Method, American Force, the best in the game. Smoky Mountain is full service. Bounce it, fix it, balance it, align it. They do it all. Plus financing from 100 days to 5 years available. Smoky Mountain Truck and Jeep Outfitters, 1516 Colesbury Circle in Lexington, or SmokyMountainTruckOutfitters.com.
Brad Taylor, ESPN Radio. Want to win a trip to Las Vegas? All you got to do is beat Brad's brackets. Go to ESPNLex.com after the brackets are announced and fill out your bracket. If your bracket beats my bracket, you're in the running for a 3-night getaway to the Circa Resort and Casino in Las Vegas. The prize includes a $500 airline gift card, luxury airport limo service, a day bed at Stadium Swim, and drink vouchers at Legacy Club. Beat Brad's brackets, win Las Vegas. For rules, go to ESPNLex.com.
All right, welcome back. Wildcat Drive is on the air. We'll be here until 6. And then tomorrow, same schedule as today, 11 till 12:30, UK Game Day pregame show, 4:30 to 6, Wildcat Drive with me and Jimmy. You can text us, 859-381-1313 is how you can get us. Before we let AJ say hello and get his thoughts, you have a text, Jimmy?
Yes, I do. It is, hang on just a second. Got some. It says, all I have to say is, had LSU played the way they did today all season, they are a middle-of-the-pack SEC team at worst. Not the worst team in the conference.
I would say I had to agree with that. Thanks for the text. We appreciate it. The thing is, they did play like the worst team in the SEC, although they had some games they could have won to not only win 3 games during the regular season, but they were a lot better today. And you got to, as we said before, you have to give them credit for the game they played today. Todd Lanter talked about McKinnon and how great he was. We talked about it on the pregame show, that if he got going, it was going to be a problem. So all in all, there were things that obviously we wish we could have done better, but our big guys stepped up when we needed them to. And that's what we're going to need starting tomorrow for every game we have left in this season. That's the way it's going to be. Well, I don't think, unless Colin Chandler can hit some threes and get double-digit points again in one of these games, we're going to have to rely on Ortega and now Garrison, thankfully, and hopefully Malachi Moreno will be on the floor longer than he was in this game. I said in the pregame show, we can't have him pick up a couple of fouls early, and that's what happened. Although I have to say, I don't know, Jimmy, should I talk about the officiating?
What if I just said no?
Fine. I'm good with that.
I mean, yeah. Why not?
I'm good with that. No. I mean,
why?
I'm telling you, it's what we always say. Great call on Mo Diabate. Great technical there. Are you kidding me? Anyway, our buddy AJ, who's doing a great job for us with social media, you can check us out on all the platforms. ESPN Radio Lex is how you do it. Hello, AJ.
Hey Matthew. Yeah, we're doing great on socials, I think. We've gotten a few comments, a few likes. Your gritty and your paper toss have been doing pretty good.
No, well, I'm not surprised. What about Jimmy's paper toss? I have to say, I got a little testy during mine, but Jimmy's was pretty spectacular because it was a double bank behind the back, although he was a lot closer than I was.
Yeah, and I will say we posted Jimmy's first, but right now he has the most views of all the videos, his double bank.
Well, of course, because you posted it first.
Yeah, not to take anything away from yours. We all know
Okay.
it was amazing.
Thank you. Thank you, AJ. All right. Oh, wait. AJ, hold on. I think we have Jay on the phone.
Oh, let's get him
Let's
on.
say hi to our buddy Jay. Hi, Jay.
Hey, brother.
How are you?
What about the Cats and what about Abaggio hitting 40 free throws last night? Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, we mentioned that a little in the pregame show, but we can certainly say now on Wildcat Drive, for those of you who haven't heard, I can't imagine, Bam Adebayo with 83 points last night, and I don't know, I think he made 36 free throws. The whole thing is really quite absurd when you think it's very surreal, right, Jay?
Who shoots 38 free throws? First off, who hits 36 free throws? And which team is trying to tank so bad that they have to foul every time you foul? I'm going to foul. I don't want to win. Stop the madness.
Yeah, that would be the Wizards, correct? But it's still great. You know why all this controversy about it, and there's a lot of it. I don't care about any of it because we all love Bam Adebayo so much. He's such an amazing human being that, I think we should all be very happy for him and then move on instead of like so many other things now. Everybody's got a comment.
Buddy, if you score 50 in the pros, to be professional, first off, and you score 50 in the pros, let alone 83.
Right.
You score 50 in the pros, we're a whole different animal. Like, I don't even know who you are in life. Like, you're a beast master.
Yeah. I think he had 43 in the first half, I think, or 41, 43, something in the first half. Then you knew something was going on with him. Let's talk about this game today, Jay. Let's talk about the game today.
I was working the whole game, and then all of a sudden I heard it. Well, my brother said it was 7.5, and we were just working, and I said it was 9.5. And Todd came on and said they didn't cover the spread, and that was the whole thing I did. I was just too busy working to bet it. I was like, oh, no. As long as we win and move on. If we win tomorrow by 1 point, I don't care. Just win.
Right. And I think that's how we should all feel, because this team is the one we've had this whole season. And so there are a lot of people expecting us to lose today. And I'm talking about BBN fans that were expecting us to lose today.
You're welcome to the guy that I was dropping off food in the other room and watching it, and it was 2 points, and they were up 2, and I was like, oh, my God, we're just going to lose. And then I was like, well, we won the game and moved on. It's kind of like yesterday with your Yankees boy. The coach told him that we don't even have to win. We're going to move on in the World Baseball Classic. And then, yikes.
Yeah. Yikes. And we'll certainly have time to talk about that.
There's a lot to unpack with that.
The stupidity, number one. All we can do is wait for the outcome of Italy and Mexico, unless they're already playing. I haven't even looked, and see. And maybe the USA goes home. We'll see.
Well, I don't want to. The Dominican Republic's baseball team is ridiculous, and
Yeah.
Pujols knows what he's doing. He ain't gonna make that mistake. But second off, all we got to do tomorrow is win the game. That's it.
Correct.
I don't care what the spread is. Just win the game. And then I heard somebody earlier. We went on like a 9-0 run where we were just killing it, and then we took the whole team out. I was like, what are you talking about? I can't watch the game, but did that happen?
More or less. More. But again, that's happened all year. It's one of the things people talk about.
What happened in the
It's
A&M game?
substitutions.
Yeah.
Huh?
In the A&M game, is the same thing.
Right.
You have
Right.
all the momentum, and then it just boom, just screeching halt.
Well, luckily, the good guys were back on the court in the last few minutes of the game and somehow kept it from being the disaster that we feared today. And you're right, Jay. Just win the game and let's play tomorrow at 12:30. See what happens.
Just move on. It's like when you're in a tournament in baseball. You don't have to throw your stud. Just tomorrow, I can throw my stud. Just
That's right.
let's win today. That's all we got to do. Tomorrow, we'll figure out tomorrow. We got to do what we need to do today.
All right. Well, thanks as always, Jay. Give us a call tomorrow.
Hey, brother, come get some food. Todd's going to come in. I heard him earlier. I'm going to feed him. Just come get some food, or I'll send somebody. I don't have any catering tomorrow, so I'll send some food your way. You just hit my boys too easy. And I love you guys, but all we got to do is just win, baby.
Yep. All right. Thanks, Jay. We love you. Thanks, man.
It was my pleasure.
All right. See ya.
I do think that is like, and that's why I did want to ask Todd at the beginning of the show. If you missed it, Todd was talking like from a fan's perspective of, oh, we didn't cover. Oh, you want to, you should have beat this team by this much. But at this point, I mean, this is it's not, do or die. They're going to make the tournament still. But these games now, it can't matter. If you don't cover in the NCAA tournament, it doesn't matter. You could not cover in the national championship. You still win. But that's where there's like the weird disconnect and why gambling is kind of in a way ruining real fandom, because you're excited they won, but you're like, oh, I lost my $20 bet.
Right.
Well, yeah, but they still won and they're alive.
Yeah. Well, the whole gambling thing now, after we heard what Todd Lanter said earlier, if that doesn't make you go, okay, I'm done. And for those of you that didn't hear it, here on Wildcat Drive, our buddy Todd Lanter had a bet for Bam Adebayo to get a double-double last night. That means 10 points, 10 rebounds.
Did he get 10 points?
He got 83.
Oh,
how many rebounds did he get?
9.
Right, correct. There you go. That's the end of it.
That is gambling in a nutshell.
Oh, Lord. I can't wait to tell our friends Sloan Paiva and Rafael Esparza and Brad Taylor of the Bottom Line.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. All right, let's take a break. When we come back, Tristan Farris of KY Insider will join us. We'll bring AJ in, who also works with Tristan for KY Insider. All of it on Wildcat Drive here on ESPN 1300 AM and 92.5 FM.
Brought to you by Hickson Funson, Kentucky Lawyers.
The right lane is still blocked, but they do have the left lane open now.
My best boy. Good boy.
to coach from the stands and just cheer.
That's what Liam wants.
That's what we all want.
Be your student's biggest fan, not their biggest critic. Brought to you by the Kentucky High School Athletic Association and the Kentucky Athletic Administrators Association.
3-year-old Reagan was treated at St. Jude.
Sparkly.
Now she can spend her days playing dress-up.
I look beautiful in this.
Instead of thinking about cancer. The team at St. Jude has helped push the overall childhood cancer survival rate in the U.S. from 20% to more than 80%, and we won't stop. Let's help more kids just be kids. Learn more at stjude.org. Finding cures, saving children.
The true purpose of high school sports is not about playing time or winning trophies. It's not about getting college scholarships or going pro. If that's your focus, you're missing the point. High school sports are about teaching life lessons and helping students become better people. While winning is the goal, growing is the purpose of high school sports, and we believe that is worth protecting.
Let's join together to protect the purpose of high school sports. Visit protectthepurpose.com. This message presented by the NFHS and the Kentucky High School Athletic Association.
Listen to the Alan Cutler Show weekdays noon to 2 on ESPN 92.5 and 1300 AM and on the ESPN Lexington app.
Welcome back to Wildcat Drive, or welcome in if you're just now turning us on your drive home, maybe, for Wildcat Drive. You can text us. We'll be here till 6, 859-381-1313. And joining us now, and we are so grateful to have him with us, Tristan Farris of the great KY Insider. He's doing great work. All of them over there are doing great work, including our guy AJ, who's also in the studio and doing so much for us on the socials, as he calls it. Have you noticed that, Jimmy?
I have noticed that.
Yeah. It's not social media or any of that stuff. It's socials.
Well, yes. Welcome to the vernacular.
It's streamlined that way, you know?
Yeah.
Real quick and to the point.
Yeah. I call it soch, but that's just me.
Jimmy's ahead of the curve.
Yeah.
All right, I'm done with both of you. I want to talk to Tristan. I've had it. Hello, Tristan.
Hey, guys. How are you all?
Well, as you can tell from our conversation, I'm getting a lot of flack from Mr. Millennial and Mr. Gen Z over there. But it's all right. I can handle it. I'm a big guy. Let's just get right into it, as we have seen all season, right? Pretty much this game was a microcosm of the whole season, right?
Yeah, I think the biggest concern today was the defense. Kentucky put up 46 points in the first half, which you can count on one hand has happened this season. I know Vandy was one game. I believe there's one other one in there somewhere. So that was promising, but they gave up 43 points. So as good as offense looked for most of the game, the defense looked as opposite as bad. So, yeah, like you talked about, it's up and down, and then finally Kentucky got some breathing room with the Brandon Garrison time, BG time, back-to-back threes, and kind of pushed that lead out. And luckily that cushion held on through the end.
What do you think? We had Todd Lanter on, former Kentucky Wildcat, and talked to him about Colin Chandler and just the cold streak that he's in, the slump that he's in. It's, if he needs to change anything with his pregame routine or just anything like that. But what are your thoughts on Chandler? Do you think he can just shoot his way out of this? I mean, you can pick whatever sport you want about someone going into a slump, but someone who is a great shooter like he is, it sucks that you're getting in this kind of shooting slump this time of the year where, oh yeah, by the way, your next game could be your last game.
Yeah, it's concerning because at one point in the year he was leading the SEC in three-point shooting. But unfortunately, that's just the nature of shooters. They go hot and they go cold. We've seen it with Devin Booker back in the 2014-15 team, and he kind of went cold the second half of the season. So we talked to Colin after the game today, and he's going to keep shooting. So that's typically how shooters do it. I played high school basketball, not anything at the level Kentucky did, but I was a little bit of a shooter. So just to give, like when I was in a shooting streak, you just kind of have to keep the same habits because if you try to go and try to overcorrect, then you're putting yourself at risk of hurting that mental of it even more. So I think he'll get through it. He's been through some tough times here at Kentucky. I know his freshman season was pretty hard for the majority of it. So it's nothing that he hasn't encountered before. But it would be really nice if he can come out of that shooting slump maybe tomorrow.
It would be nice. AJ's in studio. He's got a question for you.
Hey, Tristan. So
what you got, AJ?
Speaking of shooters, we got another one that just hit the court after 6 weeks. He took a little break because of his foot. Cam, do you know where you were at? What your reactions were to when you heard Cam was going to be coming back on the floor, and what'd you think of his 17 minutes out there?
So I wasn't sure when he'd play. I know he was working his way back, and I think that says a lot about Cam and not just Cam, but his parents, how they raised him, kind of what he stands for. Because he could have called it a season, rested up, prepared for next year, but he didn't. He as soon as the injury was happened, he was like, I can't wait to get back. I'm gonna try to get back this season, and that's been his number one priority. He actually tried to work his way back Saturday, but the staff wouldn't let him. And I think that the extra few days helped. So it was good to see him get out there, get 17 minutes, because he plays a position this team desperately needs depth at, and that's the wing. And especially with Colin struggling, just having somebody that can shoot and give him some minutes and even play the 4 spot and kind of stretch out the floor has been critical, because this team you can play certain lineups and not have much shooting. So Cam and being able to play with certain lineups like he did today, he even hit a 3. He can make an impact defensively. Him just getting on the court was big, especially if Kentucky wants to make a run in the SEC tournament or the NCAA tournament.
Can you talk to us for a minute about how you felt at the end of the game when it seemed like we were going to be okay with 3, 4, 5 minutes left? And then all of a sudden there were a couple of, what's the good word we should use, Jimmy? Boneheaded?
Sure.
Is that a good word?
That's a good FCC friendly word.
Okay. Boneheaded kind of plays and things that went on. How'd you feel at the end of the game?
Well, last year, I don't know if you remember the Oklahoma game. I think they were up 10, 11, 12 in the final minutes, and they literally lost the lead with seconds left. So you never know with Mark Pope's teams, especially at the SEC tournament. So that cushion was good, but you take a breath of relief. You're like, oh, Kentucky's going to get through this one. We're moving on to Thursday, and then they got something different to show you. So they got through it. That's the big thing. They just against Missouri, that kind of happened to them back when they played at home in January. Is Kentucky had a cushion, and Missouri took advantage of it later in the game and came back and won that one. And that's one that if you win that one, Kentucky would probably have a double bye in the SEC tournament. So it's definitely a familiar territory, even though it's 2 months later.
Tristan, let me know. Do you think I'm overthinking this or being a little too pessimistic? Brandon Garrison hitting those 2 threes in the game. He was 2 for 14 in the season heading into this game. So again, he's not a prolific 3-point shooter. At least he hasn't been this season. In my head, I immediately started to wonder, like, oh, is this going to be something where he's got too much confidence heading into the Missouri game and he could miss a few crucial threes where in that same situation he takes them, but he misses those? Or am I thinking too much? Am I thinking too on the negative side? Or what are your thoughts on that?
I think you're thinking what everybody's thinking. You don't want Brandon Garrison shooting too many of those shots, but at the same time, you're not going to tell Brandon Garrison what to do because he's got his own mental, he's got his own confidence. If we could all be as confident as Brandon Garrison, we would all have a better life. So, no, he is a capable shooter at times. That's definitely not probably in the top 5 shots of what Kentucky wants. But if he's open once or twice a game, I don't mind it. If the way the lineups Kentucky plays, you kind of just need somebody to stretch the floor and kind of hold the defense accountable. And it happened today, and you got 2 threes out of it. It's not going to work out that way most of the time. But Malachi Moreno is not a great shooter. Mo Diabate is not a great shooter. So if you allow those front court guys just kind of shrink in and compact it, you got to take a couple opportunities when you can.
I feel
Well,
like it
go ahead.
will be interesting against Missouri. The first time he is, say, at the top of the key and he gets the ball, will they close out on him or will they leave him? Like that, it will be like, how much did Missouri look at this film and go, okay, maybe we need to, or will they say, you know what, now give him extra room early in this game to see like that? That'll be something to watch early in that game tomorrow.
Well, one thing I liked from BG today when we talked about the game, he talks about one of the players he models his game after is Bam Adebayo. And I'm sure you guys may have mentioned it, the 83 points last night. He talks about watching the highlights, and he credited Bam. I think the 83 points led to Brandon Garrison's 17 points and 2 threes today. So if Bam keeps playing well, maybe BG can keep playing well.
Well, that's great thinking, except if he thinks like Bam did last night, he's going to take 90 shots like Bam did too. If he scores
a
83,
couple free throws.
yeah. If maybe he can get to the line 50 times or 43 times, whatever it was for Bam last night. By the way, you didn't hear this. We've never asked you this. Do you, and you don't feel like you have to answer because we're asking.
Okay.
Are you a sports wagerer?
Occasionally. I try to be responsible with it.
Okay, well, that's good. We all should be. Remember, people, 1-800-GAMBLER is what you want to do if you're not like Tristan. But I thought I had a good day today because I was about to take the Cats -7.5, and I decided not to. Our friend Todd Lanter, who was just on, how's this, Tristan? This will stop you from gambling, I bet. Todd had Bam Adebayo to have a double-double in the game. That means 10 points, 10 rebounds. He had 83 points and 9 rebounds.
That's brutal. That's as brutal as a beat ever. And to have that, the second best scoring game in NBA history, but you didn't get the double-double.
There you go.
And that is gambling in a nutshell, right there. That is one that'll make you take a week off, or you say a week and then
I think he'll take the points over next time.
Yeah. So just general thoughts for tomorrow. How confident are you? Does the fact that Kentucky only skated by with a win? What they ended up? It was a 5-point game. So does that change your confidence at all, or is this just a win, survive, advance, and just try to get Missouri back this time?
In the postseason, it's win, survive, and advance. I know last year Arkansas, if you recall, they were in a similar position. They were the 9 or 10 seed, and they were down to South Carolina in the first game on Wednesday. So you just survive and advance because they eventually made it to the Sweet 16, and that's all what March is about. Because it doesn't have to be pretty, it doesn't have to be the best performances, but as long as you win, you keep on going. So that's what's important today. Now, the guys in the locker room looked like they were in a war with all the ice packs and Malachi Moreno's black eye. So it's definitely going to be a physical week as long as they can keep playing. But I thought they played Missouri pretty well. They just let off the gas earlier in the season. And I think it's going to motivate them to show that they are the better team, and I don't think they'll take off the gas because, as Mo Diabate has told the team and has said multiple times the last couple of days, it's win or go home. So that's the priority right now.
I would agree with you. I said before we played today, and Jimmy can back this up, I think I said it yesterday, that we were going to beat LSU and we're going to beat Missouri. And then we'll worry about Florida. But I think we're going to win tomorrow, too. Thanks so much, Tristan. And maybe I'll talk to you. Maybe we can speak with you tomorrow after the game about another victory for the Cats.
Let's hope so. The last time we were hopeful, we got the loss last week. So let's be hopeful for a win today.
Okay. Thanks, Tristan.
All right. See you guys.
Okay. So terrific. He's really a good guy to work with, isn't he, AJ?
He's awesome. He's the best when it comes to everything.
And he's not even still on the phone. So AJ's just saying that.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
my
he
real
is.
opinion there.
Smart move, AJ. All right, we'll take one last break, come back, wrap it up, and then we'll do it again tomorrow, which is a really good thing. We weren't sure when today started if we could say that, or if we were just going to go from 5 to 6 on Sunday. We will be at Embassy Suites for a Selection Sunday show. Embassy Suites at Lexington Green. But we got a game tomorrow. All right. It's Wildcat Drive, ESPN 1300 AM and 92.5 FM.